Deadlock characterization. When it is going to be happen. Deadlock is a never finish executing. If a P is a process, then deadlock is a going to takes place, then it is a never finish executing process. When the deadlock is going to takes place, it is of 4 cases: mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption, and circular wait. So let us talk about each and every case. So first, mutual exclusion. Suppose that mutual exclusion means only one process is going to be takes place because the resources are non-shareable. Then one process is going to be takes place. P1, P2 are two resources. P1 is executing in a critical section and P2 is also executing in a critical section. P2 is waiting to execute in a critical section. The P1 is taking too much time. The request given by the P2 is delayed because P2 request given but it is delayed because the resources are non-shareable, so deadlock is going to be takes place. So now talking about hold and wait. If P1, P2 are two processes and R1, R2 are resources, P1 is a holding R1 and P2 is a holding R2. If P1 wants to complete its execution, the P1 must want R1 and R2. But here what happened means P2 is a holding R2 and P2 is also waiting for R1. P1 is a holding R1. P2 is a holding R2 and waiting for R1 and P1 is also waiting for R2, then deadlock is going to take place. No preemption. P1 is a printing pages and P1 is a requesting for printer. Sorry, here mistake, that P2 is a requesting for resources like a printer for printing pages. P2 cannot access the printer until P1 voluntarily release the printer. It is about no preemption, that means we cannot remove forcefully. It is voluntarily release the resources. Here deadlock is going to be takes place. So now circular wait. Consider P1, P2, P3, P4 processes. For executing each and every process, they wait for resources to release by the another processes. If P1 complete its execution, it is released the resources and used by the P2. So like that the cycle is going to be takes place, then the deadlock is going to be takes place.